President Kenyatta, the lovely Madam First Lady, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I want to once again just express my deepest gratitude to you and the Kenyan people for the incredible hospitality that you've shown me and my delegation, including the members of Congress who are here today and are doing outstanding work. You know, my visits here as a younger man, I could have never imagined the outpouring of friendship that I feel today. And so I feel like my given African name to be truly blessed. The presence of the members of Congress who are here today, I think it describes and expresses the deep support for a strong partnership with Africa and with Kenya. We were able to get the gold bill passed, and those of you who know American politics, there aren't too many things where Republicans and Democrats agree these days. But expanding trade and investment and deepening our relationship with Africa is something that garnered bipartisan support. And it's an indication of how the American people feel. Part of what makes this a special evening for me is the presence of my family members who are here. You know, my grandmother, Mama Sarah, who told me I had to come back to Kenya. You know, when she says you should do something, generally you have to do it. I've told this story before. The first time that I visited Kogelo, Alma and I and my brothers were there. Mama Sarah speaks Swahili and Luo, and I speak neither. And so Alma was serving as a translator, and I think about a half a day had passed before suddenly she turns to Alma and says something. And Alma starts laughing, and I said, "What'd she say?" She says, "He goes to Harvard. If he's so smart, how come he can't talk to his grandmother?" Which was a good point. My siblings are here, aunts, uncles, and so tonight I welcome all of them to a somewhat unusual Obama family reunion. I suspect that some of my critics back home are suggesting that I'm back here to look for my birth certificate. That is not the case. But what is true is that obviously there are emotions to a visit like this. Memories come rushing back. When I was in college and my father was here, I wrote him a letter telling him of my hope to visit. And he wrote me back and he said, "Dear son, even if it's only for a few days, the important thing is that you know your people." Now, he died in an accident before I was able to make that trip. But in fact, when I came, I did get to know the people of Kenya. And although, once again, I'm here only for a few days, I remain grateful for that relationship. I've seen the resolve and the determination to pull together under a new constitution as one people. I've seen your dynamism as you've built the largest economy in East Africa. I've seen the resilience as in the recent reopening of the Westgate Mall, which shows that the spirit of the Kenyan people cannot be broken. But I've seen it in the friendship between our peoples, particularly our young people. As many of you know, our Mandela Fellows program invites promising African youth to the United States so they can develop skills and training, forge relationships as future leaders here in Africa, and we learn from them as well. And it's one of the most important ways that we invest in Africa's future. It's something I'm very passionate about personally. In fact, at this very moment, as part of this program, there are 40 young Kenyans across the United States, living and working and learning, but also sharing Kenyan culture with their American hosts. Americans are learning Swahili, they're eating chapati, and they're listening to Kenyan music. In California, they've been dancing to Suriako. So here tonight and across the United States, Kenyans and Americans are coming together. We're understanding each other better. We're finding new ways to partner. And I believe that if we can build on what we've accomplished on this visit, then we can achieve even more in the years to come for our people, for our beautiful lands, for our freedom, for peace. I was reflecting on what President Kenyatta said about the past and history. Our fathers were people who lived at the same time and went through independence of this country at the same time, took different paths, obviously. My father was significantly younger. And it's true that it would have been hard for them to imagine how their sons might be sitting here today. There's an expression that says, we plant a tree not because we will enjoy its shade, but because our children and grandchildren will. And so I'd like to propose a toast, not only to this generation of Kenyans and Africans, not only to future generations of Kenyans and Africans and Americans, but also to our forefathers and our foremothers who laid the groundwork, who planted the seed, so that we could enjoy a little bit of shade.